Yeah. Look at your hair's out. Nobody's seen it before.
Hair's out.
Hair's out. Sun's out. Hair's out.
Sun's out. Hair's out.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about board games and
more gamey things.
Nailed it. If that's what you're into, you've come to the right place. My name is Jamie.
I'm Jeff.
And we are here today to do an overview and review of Chai Tea for Two from Steeped Games.
How much did we like this game?
We love this game. And I would also like to mention that, of course, we're doing this review while drinking tea. Mine is chai tea. It's s'mores chai tea.
Why didn't I get that?
We only had one. And I don't think that you would like it.
That was not even given to me as an option. I have Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
It's my new favorite.
It is really good. So this game was sent to us for review from the company. So thank you, Steeped Games, for sending this to us. They are a Canadian company. So
sweet. Are they?
Yes, they're in Alberta.
I love me some Canadian content.
So we're all about it. We're all about it.
I'm also
Was that Canadian?
I'm also undefeated.
Whatever. So let's tell you a little bit about the game, shall we?
As countries look for their next cup of tea, set sail your most delicious brews in chai, tea for two. Facing off as opposing tea merchants, both players strive for the most victory points by securing tea clipper contracts and improving their tea plantation, producing green, white, oolong, yellow, black, and the dark pewers. It's a race. What's pewers?
I think it's pura. I don't know. It's not pewers.
Okay, so should I reread it?
I think it's pronounced puer.
We have identified that I do not know how to pronounce whatever that word is. P-U-apostrophe-E-R-S.
Puer.
I said pewers.
I think that's the
Is it
purple one.
puer?
This tea is very puer.
I don't know how it's pronounced, so whatever. That's what you get when you watch us.
So that's what you get when you watch Foster the Meeple.
So in Chai Tea for Two, you're effectively acting as a tea merchant, and your dice, it's kind of a worker placement where instead of meeples, you have dice, and your dice represent your tea workers.
Our plug's here.
Amazon delivery.
Amazon. So in Chai Tea for Two, as Jeff mentioned, you have dice workers that you place on the building board, which comes in 5 sections. So the first section of that board is the harvest board. You can place any die that you have on that board in order to take a tea leaf of your choice. Mm-hmm. And you can both do it, and you can do it as many times as you need.
Infinite ability.
Infinite power. So the next section of the board is called the market board, and on the market board you can purchase tea plantation cards. You need to place a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corresponding to that card in order to be able to purchase it. You need to be able to place that exact die number or higher in order to take one of those cards. And the plantation cards give you different abilities throughout the game. You place them around your player board, or I guess your own tea plantation. Then the next section of the board is a palace board. So the palace board allows you to do a few different actions. So the first thing that you can do is there's 4 spaces for either player to place die of any value in order to move a tea plantation card to another spot around their board. One of the other sections on the palace board allows you to swap 2 of your existing tea plantation cards. So if you got one here and you want to go boop, then you can do that. Then the last 2 sections on the palace board are for 1 person only. And the first one is the first player dice section. So you can put your dice there, once again, of any value to guarantee that you're going to be the first player in the next round, which is highly valuable.
It is.
Then the other section on the palace board allows you to actually flip one of your tea plantation cards. So some of the tea plantation cards have kind of a one-time use. You flip them over, then you can't use them again unless it gets flipped back. So also another very valuable spot on the building board. The next board is the harbor board, and this is where you actually purchase ships. I don't know if you're actually purchasing ships. You're
orders, I would say.
Yeah, picking orders. So each of the harbor cards has a certain number of tea leaves on it, and that's the order that you need to build in order to kind of ship it off and gain points.
And that is your victory point condition.
Yes, and in order to choose one of those ships, you have to place at least 2 die of consecutive numbers on one of the cards to claim it. However,
to you. So if Jamie puts a 4 or 5 down, I could displace her with a 5 or a 6 because the 5 or 6 are higher consecutive numbers. If I had a 5 or 6 down and Jamie wanted to displace me, she could put 3 dice down of consecutive order, even if it's lower. So 1, 2, 3 would displace 5, 6. However, then I could react and put down a 4, for example, and displace her back. The displaced person gets to move their dice to a new ship.
And if for some reason all of the ships are taken and your 2 dice can't do anything, you just get them back and then you can place them somewhere else on the board. The final section of the building board is called the production board. And on the production board, you have to place a minimum of 2 matching dice numbers. You could place up to 4, but a minimum of 2. And whoever has the highest number, so say I placed a 5, 5, and then Jeff placed a 4, 4, he would be put underneath me. If he placed a 6, 6, he would actually go above me in order. So what this allows you to do is actually move your tea up your merchant board or your player board. This is really, really helpful when you want to complete your orders for your ship cards, because you want to be able to get your tea up your board as quick as you can to the ships to make your orders in order to win the game. So that's just an overview of the game. We haven't gone over every little detail. There are a lot of people who have put out some really excellent how to plays and gameplays of this. If you'd like to go check them out.
Go more in depth.
Maybe I'll link some below.
Yeah.
Who's to say? So jumping into the review, let's first talk about theme. So obviously the theme we kind of already talked about in the overview, but you're a tea merchant building orders to ship away. I personally love tea. I think the theme is great. I find it really unique. I've never played a game that's about tea before.
I didn't realize that those dice were actually the workers.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And so when I first played it, like Jamie read the rules and taught the game, we just jumped in, and I didn't get that like worker feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I wasn't identifying that was what the dice were.
But now
I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because you always just associate worker placement, I do at least, worker placement with like little meeples and stuff.
Okay, so on to the components. Let's open this bad boy up. First of all, I need to say the inside of this box. Gorgeous.
What is all this stuff?
We were actually, like I said, we were sent this game, and it came with some tea samples.
Oh,
so
cool.
we have chamomile
know
lavender. We have organic rooibos.
Neat.
We have chai. I could have actually made you some chai. Sorry about that. We also got Formosa oolong. And then we got 2 steeped tea pins.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, which I love.
didn't know that. The broken elastic's nice.
That's ours. Get lots of cards. Obviously, you get your ship cards and you get your tea plantation cards. They're just tiny little cards.
And the little like characters, the little merchants are
adorable.
So cute. And I'm not a guy that gets into the cuteness of stuff, but
I am.
These are incredibly cute.
Yeah. The art, I love.
Yeah.
I love.
I do too, and I never like art.
So the rule book is beautiful. Then there's a cartoon, like comic inside that kind of tells the story, which I think
really in the back there's
love.
like history of tea.
There's history of tea in the back. Talks about like the Boston Tea Party, the great tea races. Love. Love, love, love. Then, of course, it comes with your dice. So these are standard D6s, blue and red. I really like the blue color. I will never be red. There's also some like cardboard components. Now, I will say we don't have the deluxe version of this game. There are some cardboard tokens in the deluxe version of the game. The starter token is like a metal coin, which is really beautiful. In the standard version, it's a cardboard token. Then you have a bag full of like tea leaves. And then there's this adorable little tea worker.
Merchant. Meeple.
Really good quality on, I mean, it's your classic like wood game pieces.
And with the deluxe editions of this game, it comes with like, I guess what are just beautiful dice trays.
Oh, the dice trays.
Which unfortunately we didn't get. But we're still super appreciative of getting this game.
The dice trays are amazing because they're like individual size. And they
have little like tea metal tea
tins,
which are great.
It comes with like a puzzle-like board. You have to put it together. The art on the back, amazing. And then it also comes with 2 player boards with a standard size, a basic side, and also a more advanced side, which we have not played yet because I still haven't been able to win the basic one. Overall, components, excellent, excellent quality. Like, I'm so into this. Yeah. I love everything about this game. Okay, so let's talk about the rules. Like, how easy was it to learn? How was the rule book? So you didn't read the rule book, but I did.
Yeah.
The rule book was great. It was very straightforward. It gives you like examples. It's some high quality paper right here. Yeah, overall, I think it was pretty quick and easy to learn.
Yeah, I mean, you taught it to me in under 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a complicated game. We maybe had to look up a couple of things. It was about scoring at the end, I think. This says it is for ages 8 and up, so I definitely do feel like kids could play this game. Like, the rules are relatively easy.
I think that's a fair age.
It is a lot more strategy than you would think, though. Like, it looks like a very simple, beautiful game, but like... Which it is, but like... there is more thinking and strategy involved than just your typical, like, oh, I'm just gonna
I think for me, it's kind of like that. Like, I was concerned that it was an overly thematic game and the mechanics weren't going to be super in-depth.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of where I lean and Jamie leans on the other side. But coming from myself, who I prefer heavy, big games, like, this had enough strategy in it to keep me being like, oh, I'm into this.
And then in terms of gameplay and replayability, like, I think we've kind of just talked about gameplay. It's pretty quick, and replayability I think is great because it does have the double-sided player board, so you can do a bit more of an advanced version. You can also have, like, there's team merchant cards for goals, and then there's also advanced versions of that. So I think replayability is pretty good.
This skyrocketed up my list of, like, we always talk about this, and I apologize we always talk about this, but like travel games. This skyrocketed up that list for me because it's just small enough that you could pack it into your travel luggage and not impede a bunch of your space.
For sure.
Like, I'm very surprised how much I like this game.
Same. Actually, I knew I was going to like this game, so I'm surprised how much you liked it, though.
I really like this game.
This is shooting up for our, like, 2-player games. Yeah. Obviously, like, we're always looking for good 2-player games. We have a lot of games that we play at 2-player that aren't meant for 2-player, so when you have a game that's meant to be played at 2-player, there's something a little bit different about that.
Yeah, that is optimized for 2-player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Any critique? I'm sad I didn't get the dice trays. That's not really a critique of the game.
I honestly don't think I do.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything that I don't like about this game. I wish that there were different colored dice. I don't like red. Like purple. Purple would have been great. I would have liked blue. I think this game has achieved what it set out to achieve.
Yeah, I think for what it strived to be, a 2-player version of Chai.
Yeah, which I now really want to play Chai. Like, I really,
with some different mechanics. Like, it nailed it. Like, again, we primarily play a 2-player, so I feel like we, to some degree, know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And I got nothing.
I got nothing. We usually always have a critique for a game, and now I'm like,
can we get the... Like, can I just go buy the upgraded?
I don't know.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we have the base game, but now I'm like, I really would like the dice trays. Like, can I go buy I don't know. But, like, yeah, that would be my only critique. Is like, I now wish I had the other things. Mechanically or thematically, I have no critique of this game.
Maybe, like, at some point, it'd be kind of cool to see some expansions, like some new team merchants, maybe new player board that gives you some options. But other than that, I don't see anything. I can't critique anything. I think it's great. Final thoughts. I feel like we almost just talked about our final thoughts. We love this game. It is currently on Kickstarter, and I believe that it is going to be on Kickstarter until the end of May. So we'll make sure to link everything below for you if you want to go check it out. Definitely recommend that you do check it out. This is certainly a pumped up Kickstarter, in my opinion.
Pumped up, yeah. Jamie has been adamant about this pumped up Kickstarter idea. Like, she just thinks
you guys would love to see that.
Funniest thing. She's like, oh my goodness. So, like,
talk about Kickstarters. Call the show Pumped Up Kickstarter.
But is everyone going to understand that reference?
We're Foster the Meeple.
Foster the Meeple, which is a playoff of Foster the People, the band, and they have a song Pumped Up Kicks.
Pumped Up Kicks.
And now Jamie's like
Pumped
pumped
up
up
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter. So anyways.
It's genius.
If you are a primary 2-player household like we are, this is a must buy. It's a must buy. You have to have it. It is.
Have to have it.
It has to be in your collection. I'm sorry.
That's on Jeff. He's a salesman.
I loved it so much.
Yeah,
like I really did.
did.
Every time we played it, I'm like, yep, this is a great game. It's just a great game.
I'm excited to play it.
It's just a great game.
Yeah, it's a great game. We love it. You heard it here
Is it
first.
going to be in my top 10? No.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
But it is a great game.
It's definitely one that...
And it's probably not in my top 10 because it's not the version of game I gravitate
it's not going to
towards.
beat like a Gloomhaven
But it's
for you.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
It's really good. So
and that's chai tea for 2.
That's chai tea for 2.
Steeped
games
from
Canada. Jinx. So that is all that we have for you guys today. Let us know down below if you're going to be backing chai tea for 2, if you've tried Chai, their original game. I really want to try that one as well. We'd love to know what you think. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Don't forget to check out your friendly local gaming store for all of your gaming needs. For us in Halifax, that is the Boardroom Game Cafe. You can find all of their information right here. And make sure that you go and check them out if you live in Halifax or Nova Scotia in general. They're downtown Halifax.
Yeah, love them.
Love them.
Can't wait till we can get back.
Get back.
Freaking COVID.
Ugh. They also have they have a Halifax fog instead of a London fog.
Yeah, they have a Halifax fog tea.
They have a lot of good teas.
I love me a London fog. I haven't had the Halifax fog. I had a sip of yours.
It's so good. Anywho, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on social media. On Instagram, we are at Foster the Meeple. We post on there almost every single day.
Do we?
We sure do. Well, I do. Thank you guys. Now we say goodbye.
Later days.
Goodbye.
It's crazy because in the video it looks super bright in here, but like...
We're sitting in a dark, dark room.
It feels dark. How dare you use Twilight Imperium as a sun blocker? Ridiculous.
It's the best purpose for it, right?
I should probably move this because it's going to wham every time.
So popular. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to our channel. This is Foster the Meeple, where we talk about board games and board gamey things.
We can't start like that. You started off interrupting me. Do you want to do the intro?
No.
Oh.
I just like picking on you.
Picking alfalfa. No, I think that's funny.
You're such a nerd. So you try to describe a game and then you forget how it's played, and then you're like,
always forget how games are played.
And we're gonna have B-roll, right?
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have B-roll. You guys even played this game?
You do this. You do it.
All right. Now
I don't know why I can't
an
do this
excellent
today.
explainer.
I'm struggling.
As Jeff mentioned in
Thai C for 3.
Happy for me.
I always.
God.
I'm an idiot. We've been talking about higher player counts. This game is only 2 primaries.
Classic Jeff.
You can cut that out, right?
I hope so.